Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to I Have Today, where we talk about the art of intentional living. And each week on this show, we bring you amazing guests and content to inspire, empower, and educate you in your life. And I'm excited about this week's show because I'm on this string of having men on the show. I don't know if you've noticed this, but this is the third week in a row that I'm having a guy on the show, which I'm so excited about. So while most of our audience is women, there are so many amazing, powerful men out there who are impacting the world in a powerful, positive way. And I want to have them on the show because of the work that they're doing out in the world, but also the impact that they're having on my life. And so when I find somebody who's amazing, I want to share them with you. So that's what we're going to do today. So Jesse Doubek is our guest today, and I'm going to tell you about him in just a minute. But let me just tell you the title of our show today. It's Influencer Marketing Genius, Jesse Doubek Builds Mega Stars. And he does. He's like the behind the scenes guy. You wonder how all this magic happens. Well, and what he's done in his life, what he's doing, and what he's created is incredible. So I wanted to share him with you today because I just know that you're going to love meeting him. He's so cool. He's so down to earth. He's so willing to help people, and he is freaking genius. The guy is genius. So that's the name of our show. So I'm going to bring him on in just a minute, and we're going to get to our intention statement. But before I do that, I want to tell you where you can find us. So we are here live every Monday at 11 o'clock a.m., actually technically 11:03 a.m. Pacific time. And we are live on the E360 TV network, as well as my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. Both of those are called I Have Today with Diane Forster. So if you want to watch us live and you want to engage, you've got questions or comments, the place you would do that is on my Facebook page. So I encourage you to hop on over there now if you want to engage in the conversation. Now, E360 TV is streamed on many, many platforms: Apple, Amazon, Roku, Android. And then we also, what we do, if you prefer to listen to podcasts and you want to listen to this show on the go and you like audio instead, we also take this episode and load it on my podcast at I Have Today with Diane Forster. So we'll have information for all of this stuff in the end, but I just wanted to let you know that you can count on this every single Monday as your weekly motivation and inspiration. And the intention for the show is to give you resources and tips, tricks, keys that are instantly actionable in your life. The conditions of your life don't have to change for you to start living a better today. And our MO around here is 1% better every day. If we're operating on 1% better every day, that compound interest over a year is 3,778%. So invest in yourself. Now, I want to take a moment to address what's going on in this country. And while we really like to keep our content evergreen, it just needs to be said that my heart is broken about the divisiveness and the anger and the rage and the separation that has been going on, not just now, not just in the last few years, for decades, almost a century. And this is my opinion and my belief, and you can agree with me or not. And if you don't like what I'm saying, feel free to click off the channel. That I'm not sending you away. I'm just telling you how I feel about this. That imagine a house that was built 250 years ago, and it's never been upgraded or remodeled. You know, what would the condition of the roof be? And the windows and the siding and the doors and the floors and the electric. There was no electric 250 years ago. Water, all of the amazing conveniences that we have in our lives today. But imagine if that house didn't have any of that. Imagine if it was still existing the way it was back then. Well, that's what's happening in our country. We are operating on systems and laws and procedures and amendments that were from a time that was three centuries ago, like the 18th century. And so it is my belief what is happening now is this unrest of the fact that we have evolved so much, but our government and our systems have not. And so what happens is it's breaking down, and we are trying to put Band-Aids on broken bones and Band-Aids on corpses, actually. And so while there's so much rage and anger and divisiveness, like I said, what's going to make the change is not fighting against it. It's taking a step back and way more than a $30,000 aerial view about what's going on out in the universe. A view from the moon or somewhere else, looking down on this country of ours, our planet, of course, but we're talking about our country right now, and saying, how do we want to move forward and live in this world? What is the world we want to live in right now, and the world we want to create for our future, given what we now know? We cannot continue to operate in the past. We cannot continue to study history so much that we're so afraid if we don't do it, then it's going to repeat itself. It's not repeating itself, it's actually getting worse. So where we can make an impact and a difference in this world and actually create the bliss and the peace that people are so longing for is by taking a proactive approach, not digging up so much of the history, blessing everyone who's created the world that we live in right now and all the amenities and the people who are continuing to do it, people like Jesse and people like me with this platform, but surrounding us and gathering us together and saying, let's not point fingers, let's not place blame, let's be smart about this, and let's create the world that we want, the new world. Because saying things like make America great again is stepping backwards. Let's just make America amazing. I'm in the US. So I know most of you watching my show are in the US. I know many of you are out of our country, out of the United States, and looking in, and we know we're getting laughed at. We know we're getting made fun of, and all the things are happening. But I am in awe of the beauty of this country, this place that we live, with beautiful oceans and mountains and lakes and so many beautiful things about this land. And what's destroying it is the people. So these people are angry, they are frustrated, and I didn't mean to get on a soapbox. I'm wrapping it up in 2 minutes, but where it stems from is the need to be seen and heard and acknowledged, and to feel significant and to feel certain. And this is a little bit of Tony Robbins. The things that we need is to feel significant, to feel certain, to feel loved, and to feel like we're making a difference in the world, and to feel like we're growing, and we're seeking that. It's not your way versus my way, or my way versus your way. We are all individuals, and we were born here with our own journey and our own purpose, and nobody else's agenda should be shoved on us. They're allowed to believe what they believe. They're not allowed to shove their agenda on us. So I just wanted to take this moment to just maybe make us all think a little bit differently, think a little more proactively, and think, well, what can I do now? Because the people who are out there saying they need to do something about it, you need to own it. No one's coming to rescue you and take care of you. You've got to be proactive in it. We all do. It is our responsibility. So I just wanted to say that. All right, now quickly, let me go into our intention statement because I rambled on longer than I thought, and I want to get Jesse out here as soon as possible. So Cherry, let's move the commercial. All right, I'm just going to do the intention statement and get Jesse out here. All right, so our intention statement this week is: I have today to powerfully influence those looking for me. Now, how apropos with everything that I just said. I have today to powerfully influence those looking for me. You have a message, you have a mission, you have skills, gifts, knowledge, experience, talents. People are looking for you, and you are an influencer in this world, and you have this day to powerfully influence those who are looking for you. And Jesse's going to talk about this today and who he's worked with. And I'm one of his clients, by the way, now, is just incredible. Okay, so what we do with the intention statement is on my Instagram page at Diane Forster Official, there is a button called Wallpapers. There's a beautiful graphic there with this intention statement on it and all the other ones that we have. So scroll through there, pick the ones that resonate with you. But for this week, I want you to take a screenshot of it and use it as your screensaver. Because you look at your phone on average 150 times a day, you're going to see that baby over 1,000 times this week, which will allow you to keep reminding yourself, oh yeah, I have today to powerfully influence those looking for me, because people are looking for you. So that's where that is. All right. So with that, what we're going to do is we are going to bring Jesse Doubek on the stage right after we show you a little bit about him right now.
Are you ready to monetize your advice, experience, and story with online marketing and automation? Jesse Doubek is one of the most successful online marketers of our time. He's trained thousands of entrepreneurs through his coaching, online training, and live events. He's also influenced the lives of millions through the work of his clients, his products, and across social media. Jesse has worked with and influenced some of the top online entrepreneurs in the world and generated tens of millions of dollars in new sales revenue.
One of the most successful Facebook marketers of this time, Jesse Doubek.
I'm here with Russell Brunson.
He's a doer, and that's why he's doing well. He takes action. Take action today and now.
Don't think big.
Think beyond.
Think
I
beyond.
love that.
Jesse Doubek is responsible for helping us turn our Facebook campaign around. We were spending, I have to pull up my numbers, we were spending about $2.50 per conversion. He helped us get that down to $1.25, and double our reach. So imagine being able to double your reach and cut your costs in half. To have 600% more sales, to reach new people.
Just wrecking me, man. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't understand. What do you know? And I'm telling you, in 2 weeks, I wanted to have their children. I've built, bought, or acquired with these guys and on my own up to 10 million likes now across Facebook.
Hey guys, Marco Robinson, primetime TV host. I've just spent the week with Jesse Doubek, who is not just a social media guru, but a social media reality in that he gets results.
Jesse Doubek is in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
So everyone, get on your feet and make some noise for Jesse Doubek!
Hello, Jesse.
Hey, Diane, that was amazing. I haven't watched that video in a long time, and especially, it's been over 2 years since I got to watch that and go out on a stage. So an online stage, but amazing. Great job.
Yeah, so impressive. Okay, well, I am so happy to have you here today and share you with our audience.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So before we get into it, let me just, the video was amazing, but I just want to share a little bit more about you. Jesse Doubek is one of the most successful online marketers of our time. As founder and CEO of Influencer Technologies, his unique spin on the way influencers need to develop their businesses and marketing strategies has led to the opportunity to work with some of the greatest online entrepreneurs in the world, including New York Times bestselling authors like Brendan Burchard, Shalene Johnson, Sharon Lechter, and Sonia Choquette. And I'm hoping one day my name's on that list.
Hey, that's what we're here to do, Diane. We're one day at a time. We're doing it.
Yes, yeah. And you know what? By combining the know-how of his done-for-you marketing agency, which is called Influencer Digital, with Influencer Soft, the innovative software that helps influencers grow their businesses faster, and adding in top-notch mentoring and coaching that all business owners need through the Influencer Mentoring Division, he has developed a completely unique and highly successful way for influencers to make their significant impact on the world. And you are all about impact. I love that about you, Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So where do we start? I want to start a little bit at the beginning. How did you get into this space? What was your background or your backstory?
Yeah, so that's a great question, and I'm just honored to be here. First of all, Diane, I love you and I love supporting you, and you I've always blessed me. So I'm gonna give my A game here today, and that brings me back to where my humble beginnings were, and that was playing sports. I grew up playing sports. I mean, some of my backstory, my first game of t-ball when I'm 5 years old, I was 4 for 4 with 4 home runs because I just outworked everybody. I hit off a tee. I had a tee with a net in my backyard, and I just hit every single day. It was just like, my dad would pitch to me when I was like 1 year old, like when I could barely even walk or stand or crawl. They were putting me up, throwing me a ball, and I was hitting it. I have videos and pictures. Well, maybe not videos because that's a long time ago, but pictures of me hitting balls when I'm literally like 2 years old, like pitched balls. Wow. So I like literally every sport I played growing up. I played basketball, baseball, football, soccer. And when I was in high school and college, I played, I took to basketball. I just got intrigued by the sport, and it was just very, the energy of it and the excitement of it. And that's why, I love speaking, and I love helping entrepreneurs build businesses now. But going all the way back, I started out, I was playing basketball. I hurt my knee, and I realized I wasn't going to be the next Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. And,
wow.
I needed to come figure something else out. I mean, I was emotional. I cried for a week, when I hurt my knee because I couldn't get it fixed. It was just an uphill battle. I was already 24 years old. You need to be under 22 to make it in the NBA, like to get drafted. So I was beyond my opportunity at that point. And I realized, you know what? My mind is more powerful than my body anyway. You need to you need to take care of your body and be healthy. But your mind is something that if you put to use, you can go out there and move mountains, right? So I failed as a basketball player, hurt my knee. I said, okay, I'm going to figure something out. And I started out in my journey of researching and trying to figure out where I was going to go after basketball. And I read this one book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And the story is going to come full circle as we move in. Now, I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I realized I need to build some kind of business, not just work a job like corporate America, like they teach you in school, which, I love your message, how you started this off too. Cause me, I want peace and people to get along better and not have agendas out there that are waged against us. So I'm on the same page with you there. I think that's why we connect so deeply. Now, I wanted to do something massive for myself and have a chance to do something big. So I started doing network marketing.
Okay.
I failed at that, made $1,600 my first year and a half of network marketing. And then I realized I needed to build my network marketing businesses on the internet. And I realized, I need to start building an email list. Needed to build a social following. And the internet was this new thing that only been around for like 20 years. And that was an industry that I wanted to conquer and master and figure out. And I knew there would be huge opportunities and different niches you can go in and just so many opportunities online if I could figure that out. So I kind of moved away from network marketing because I just wasn't making money there. And I became the website guy because I learned how to build websites from YouTube kids, like 13-year-olds know how to build websites nowadays. I mean, they're technologically advanced.
Yeah.
So I learned how to build websites enough. So I started making money on the side of my restaurant job. Okay, I was $120,000 in debt, living with my dad, working at a restaurant, and I was building websites on the side.
Wow.
And that's how I got introduced to this. And then I landed one client that paid me $10,000. I built like 5 websites for him. He paid me 10 grand. I built those websites in a week. He was stoked. He started plugging me into all these website opportunities in San Diego. I was building, funkygarcias.com and barwest.com and all these different nightclubs and restaurants and bars around San Diego, because my network allowed me to get in those opportunities. And then here's the big part of where I transformed myself in my career. It wasn't just about building the website or building the funnel or building that. It was about driving the traffic. How do you get the traffic, and how do you make the money with the digital asset? And so that's when I started really mastering that. I learned Facebook marketing, and then I landed Brendan Burchard as a client. And you guys kind of saw that in that intro where I started working with Brendan, spoke at his event, changed his whole business, started working with Shalene Johnson, helped her do her biggest launch ever, worked with John Asserev, Ty Lopez, Billie Jean, Sonia Choquette, Sharon Lechter, and a whole bunch of different people. And, some of the names I mentioned, I just did some consulting for. Like, I just literally went to Ty Lopez's house for a whole day, showed him what I was doing so he could figure out how to take his ad spend from YouTube and start shifting it over to Facebook. Billie Jean, just a couple little things that I showed him backstage to start really amping up his social media presence on Facebook. So, I didn't do everything for everybody,
right?
But I have got to work with some really big, massive entrepreneurs. And I will say that it was really, really exciting experience.
Yeah. And they, even just spending a day consulting, they're going to you.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
That's amazing. Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. I want to get into your company, and it definitely Influencer Soft, because it's incredible. But before we do that, I want to ask you what are your thoughts about the landscape, the social media marketing, Facebook in particular, landscape now, like what's happening now? Because I will tell you, I've tried and unsuccessfully. And I think it's because of the level I try at. I just think, I'm going to be totally honest, I think they don't care about me. That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I know it's changed a lot. And there's obviously TikTok's a big factor now. And obviously there's multiple channels to go to. So, but what are your thoughts about it? What's happening?
100%. Yeah, this is going to be a good conversation, because to really shine in those areas, Facebook, YouTube, you need some kind of you have 2 assets. You have time and you have money.
Right.
And what all the people that you showed have in common is they're multimillionaires.
Yes.
Every name that we mentioned is a multimillionaire, right? So they can their ad budget, like Ty Lopez is spending $1 million in like a week or less.
Yes.
Right? So these are big budgets. And for you to build momentum, and then, people see you as a top leader for your ads to actually convert, it's a very deep conversation.
Yes.
Now, to get in when you don't have the money and you either have time or money, right? So you're going to have to put in time if you don't have the money. So you have to produce a lot of content. And that's kind of where the Gary V mindset and where he's kind of taken shape and got respect from all the beginners, because he's like, look, you just got to hustle, right? He built this brand around hustle, but you got to be smart with your hustle too. It's not just about hustling. Now, where are the opportunities now? TikTok, you mentioned. So I know people that have built channels for a year on YouTube, a year on Instagram, no success, jump to TikTok, 1 million followers, right? And that was the opportunity back then. So I want you guys to understand, when you're thinking about the market on social media, you got to think about timing. Timing is the key. So if you really want an opportunity and really want to be an influencer, and come after the market. Right now, I think YouTube, you can create a channel. You're going to have to work hard. You need to edit your videos. You need to produce videos. I mean, there's all different types of content you can make for YouTube. But the TikTok, it's quick. If you can get creative enough and come up with an idea that is solid enough there, I've seen people literally put 1 million followers on their account in like a couple months versus what anybody else is doing. And that's with no budget, but that's producing content daily. Okay. Yeah. So it's consistency. It's creating a lot of content. And, you know, if you're running a business and you're an entrepreneur and you're selling products and you're doing private coaching and consulting, you're not going to be just producing content. And, you know, some people I look at, they're like a stay-at-home mom. So all they do, like their husband works and makes, you know, probably $1 million a year plus. So she's taken care of, and her job is like to pump out babies and like, you know, do this thing. And then they create their little cooking page that turns into 1 million followers. So, but they have the time, right?
Right.
And they have the stability. But there's people out there that need to pay their own bills, support themselves, and don't have all the time in the world and still have to make it happen. You know, it's not an easy conversation. And that's why I work with people and help them out in different ways and give them advice, because I've worked with people that have no money and no time and still kind of get something going, enough to pay their bills and then get to the next level and the next level. And then other people that have all the money in the world or all the time in the world. So if you have all the money in the world or all the time in the world, I can kind of guide them on how to launch. Mm-hmm. But, you know, that's usually not the case. It's somewhere in the middle.
Right.
And it's like being very disciplined with how you put your time, because you need to be consistent enough to get it going, to then generate enough revenue that then get to a position where you get that one big break and get that $1 million deal. And now you can start investing in building your brand and start kicking it up and then scaling and going from there. But that whole conversation there is very it's slippery and has different variables to it. So,
right. It's really dependent. Each person is different, and it's depending on what they want, what the outcome is, you know, their why, what they're willing to invest in terms of time and money and energy into it.
Yeah.
I get that. So let's talk about your company, your new product. Well, it's not really new, but it's new to me.
Yeah,
but it's still fairly new. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a couple of years in the making, but yeah.
Yes. Influencer Soft. So what is it, and how can people benefit by using it?
Yeah. So one thing I want to talk about is, you know, me building my brand, and I started building my social media. The guy that had been working on this software behind the scenes for several years, he found me because, you know, I spoke at Brendan Burchard's event. I got on Shalene Johnson's stage. You know, he saw me as an influencer out there, and I was a top 10 on his list of people to contact to launch this new software platform, right? Yes. So I took it, I rebranded it. I'm creating the features that are perfect for what we offer and what industries we're going into. So, you know, this is my dream, because I know you guys probably saw my video. Russell Brunson, he was my client. I spoke at his event. He's got ClickFunnels and he's a competitor now, but, you know, a very good friend of mine and somebody that I really, you know, respect in the industry. He's gone to the pinnacle. And I saw how he leveraged his software to build his brand. And I feel like I'm in the beginning stages of that. I have a very big, beyond big vision, as, you know, in the little video there, Sonia Choquette, she kind of said, you know, your vision is not big, it's beyond big, right? Yes. So I have a beyond big vision for what we're going to do with our platform. We're going to do a lot of things that all influencers / online entrepreneurs need to grow and launch a business. I'm helping people not just in the respect of like, here's a software and go figure it out and go use it. And I'm just a software guy. I'm not the tech part of what we're doing. I'm the vision for what we're doing. I come up with the ideas. I understand software enough. I built 200 websites when I started, so I'm techie enough. Okay. Right. But I'm more of the salesperson, the influencer behind this brand and the vision behind this brand. And I will say what we're creating is a place where people can go, they can get all the templates already pre-built. Okay. So you come in, you get your funnels, you just grab them. We have instructional videos on how to set up particular funnels, or if you want to customize and make it your own. I'm also giving people assets and helping them build assets to drive traffic and how to understand social media. So everything we've talked about, that value they're also going to get in the platform with the platform is the help that they need to understand how to market their funnel and how to position their funnel and how to build their brand online, that way they can drive traffic into that funnel. So we're given all the pieces that everybody needs, the funnels, the email automation, the online courses, the affiliate tracking, and then all the help you need to set it up. We have that all in one place. So that's what I'm really excited about. And then just making it easier to use and faster to launch as we go.
Yes, that's why I was so impressed by how much you really thought this through, and you've consolidated everything in a way where you don't need all of these other services. It's not all piecemeal. It's like this, like I don't want to. I will simplify it because I think that's what people need. Yep. When I saw it initially, I was like, holy cow, all this is here in one place. I actually see all of this in the way this works. And I'm not a techie person at all. And I wanted to play with it. I wanted to get in there.
Yeah.
And it's like this vision board with moving pieces, and you just see how the whole journey goes and all the ways it can go. And it makes the mind think logically, well, what's the next step? Because here's the thing, and you know this, Jesse, because you are the visionary and you got the big vision. Most entrepreneurs are the visionary of their company. They are in that innovator headspace, not that integrator part of it. And I'm not techie at all. And so I was so thrilled because it was, first of all, so simple and easy. And what you've done is amazing. And I want to share this with the audience. We're going to have a link for this. You need to try this. You need to try this because we personally will be saving. Now, we haven't done all the converting over or any of that stuff. It's going to take us a little time to do that. We'll be saving thousands of dollars a year on the same result, actually better results than what we're currently using. Because you thought it all through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what we have is better for beginners than some of the other platforms. Cause a lot of my clients, they were on like 3 different platforms, the email automation platform, the online course platform, and the funnel platform. And then we were Zapier in that all together. So it was $1,000 to $1,500 a month just for the software, not to pay me to set it up and run it, or my team or my agency to run it. That was just for the software. So what we've provided is a solution that'll work for beginners better and easier and faster to save them the time. So now they do have the time to go out there on social media and build their content, do a Facebook Live every day, do a post every day, and then still have the time to be building their funnels and sales systems and follow up with all their contacts and leads and start building their business. So our software allows you to do everything in one. It's a visual platform. Most people are visual learners. They ask you, what kind of learner are you? But, visual. And if you talk to any entrepreneur that is successful, they always talk about, not all of them, but most of them talk about vision boards. So if you can actually visualize your business and see it working and how it works and understand your own business, which most people can't even understand their own business, now you have a better chance of going out there and figuring out what connections you need to make, what things you need to do to start driving traffic in, what stages you need to get on. And you can really envision you being successful. So that's what I like about our platform, where we're headed, the AI component, getting the funnel to actually understand the audience better than they understand themselves, so it converts better. And for the whole system to automatically do things that other platforms can't do. these are some of the features that we're working on. So I'm working on some big partnerships right now. That's what's cool about software, is now I can do these big $1 million or, you know, 7, 8, 9-figure deals with people. And it really is a fun place to be, you know?
Yeah. That's amazing. Yeah. So if you're out there and you're watching this or listening to this, you're hearing what we're talking about. If you are, you know, a beginning entrepreneur, you know, you're just starting out, or if you've thought about having a, you know, maybe it's a side hustle right now and you want to transition into this, wherever you are, you know, we're going to have information for you. Jesse, we're going to share a link in a few minutes about what he has to offer, where you can, what were you going to offer them? Like 3 months free trial or something like that? Did I say that?
Well, no. I gave you a link. I think the best thing is for them to go to the link that I gave you in the chat. I think the best thing, because what we're going to, it's a, well, there's a couple different things that we can send them to. Okay. They want to learn more about me, send them to the 3 keys. If they want to just sign up for Influencer Soft with a 30-day money back guarantee and get the best deal ever with all my bonuses, and even lock in a 30-minute call with me, so we can talk about their business and set them off in the right path. And everybody that does that, trust me, they're like, oh my gosh, I never even knew like the software is this awesome, and that I can get all the templates, and I just blow people away with that 30-minute session. So anyway, I'm giving a yearly price that I don't give anywhere else, that I'm going to give to Diane to allow you guys to do a monthly price that's attached to that. So if you click the link that, you know, I don't know when you want to put the link up there, but
we'll put it up. Hey, Cherry, can you put up the link?
Yeah. So if you guys go to this link, okay, so here's your options. You can go to this link, click on it, check it out. That's the first step. Go to this link, see what we're offering here. It's $697 a year. Normally you charge over $2,000 a year. With other platforms, you can pay over $5,000 a year for what you're going to get for $697 a year. You get a 30-day money back guarantee. You can also sign up for $97 a month. If you're using other platforms, you're going to be paying $300 to $400 a month to do only part of the features that we allow you to do. Okay, yes. You're going to be paying $1,000+ a month for what we're offering for $97 a month. And this is just for Diane. This is just for you guys. First step, click that link, check that out. I just want
to say it out loud. Influencersoft.com/I have today. Influencersoft.com/I have today. Okay.
Yeah. So definitely go there, check that out, get signed up. You get a 30-day money back guarantee trial, whatever you want to call it. We do have a free trial that after you go there and you check that out, you can go to influencersoft.com and you can sign up for a free trial. Okay. But that's for our starter plan. That's not for our biggest influencer plan. The unlimited influencer plan is what I'm giving you access to for a crazy deal. But if you want to just try it out, if that's not for you, but make sure you click that link first, and you can go over to influencersoft.com, get a free trial. If you know, you're like, hey, you know, money's tight, I want to just try it out, see what it is, then it'll be at $37 a month, and you can get on our starter plan. And you know, that's probably the best way to introduce them to the platform.
Yeah, there's no way you can lose. It comes with a money back guarantee. I would say go all in. I'm a go all in girl. Because when you see it and you get it, what it's providing for you, you're going to be blown away. I know what we're spending on all of those platforms, and you know, our funnels and our CRM and all the things that our website, all the things that you put in one house. I just love this so much. And I think you're going to be blown away. Yeah. Most people, when I get on, you know, webinars or I get on stages and give my offer, it's usually not an offer. It's usually like an opportunity to save them money, right? Like the way I introduced it to you,
we connected on LinkedIn not too long ago. I mean, I've known you for years, but we reconnected again on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And then you're like, what have you been up to? And I showed you what it is. You're like, oh, I need that because I'm spending, thousands a month right now on my software.
Yeah.
Like, let me see what it's going to take. And then, by the way, I can help you kind of move some of the stuff over. It can work together. You're actually going to be saving money. So it's not a thing where you're going to invest money or I'm selling something. It is, obviously there's a fee to it because we have to host it and give support. But overall, it's going to save people money. And
it's a no-brainer. It is a no-brainer. It's your mind behind it, Jesse. So that's all people need to know, that because you're very, you're genius. Like we talked about.
And we give weekly coaching calls, so you can get like weekly tech calls. We have a couple other opportunities too, where you can get like, consulting and coaching in your business. So there's plenty of opportunity to get access to me and my team when you join. So that's a really good part of it. I don't like tooting my own horn because, I feel like I'm just starting and I have so much farther to go in my career. But I've done a few things and had some really exciting experiences, and I know a lot, my 10+ year journey as a digital entrepreneur. Yeah. And I would like to be able to give all of what I know and hear to you and your business so you can go out there and crush it too.
Yes. Yeah. It's truly amazing. Okay. So, 2 more things. One thing that we do on the show is I ask all my guests to, we start with an intention statement, and our intention statement today was, I have today to powerfully influence those looking for me. But, we collect intention statements from our guests. So will you tell us your intention statement, and please start it with, I have today to.
Okay. Putting me on the spot, huh?
All right.
I'll come up with the first thing that comes to mind.
Exactly. That's what it should be. The first thing that comes to your mind.
I have today to go beyond big to help others crush it online.
Woo! That was good.
That
was perfect.
Does that sum up what I've been talking about?
Exactly. You are going beyond big. You are going beyond big, which is so amazing. Okay. And then do you have any final tips for people out there?
Yeah, I think, if somebody tells you can't do it, that's more reason to just show them you can. Because I'm a walking person of that, and you guys haven't heard my whole story, but my dad was super negative on me and my whole being, in sports. I could have played, if I hit 2 home runs in a game, you should have hit 4, you struck out, like how you even strike it out against that guy? It's like, I always felt like I needed to do better. And, and that's kind of what drove me, to be honest with you. My dad's been my biggest critic and my number one fan that's been able to push me and get me in line with my true purpose and my true intention. So I think adversity is good as long as you can accept it and understand its true value and use that to your benefit. Bring it on, bring on the adversity. That's only going to make you better. As long as you don't give up or, do something that's going to end it for you. You got to make sure that you can get through it. So have a great support system around you, but don't be afraid to fail and use that as fuel to show yourself and prove to yourself that you can do it.
I love that so much, Jesse. You're so right. And people will use that as a crutch, like, and drag it around with them. I am the way that I am.
An excuse, and trust me, I'm not perfect. And I grew up not liking how I talk, how, like certain things about my height or how I, certain little quirks about me that were embarrassing. Or I'm an introvert and I'm too shy, and like I get in my head where I don't even want to talk or say anything because I'm like afraid other people are judging me. Yeah. So I've gone through a lot of different things, and I am not perfect, and I do have certain things of insecurities to this day, which most people do. And I think the best way to do it is just face them, admit that, go out there and figure out what you need to do to overcome that adversity and get over those fears, and then just go out there and shine and be your true self out there. And, if you have the right people and the right support around you, which I'm very adamant about, just getting the right people around you, the right energy, that can propel you forward. So
it can. And you said something about don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to fall. Don't be afraid. I say don't be afraid to quit. Not in the middle of something, but knowing this is not for me. There's some other direction that I want to go, and being brave enough and to be able to do that. Be brave enough to be able to start over. Be brave enough that to change your situations, and that comes with experience of knowing that you can get knocked down, but you can get back up. And I think the more you get knocked down, the faster you get up. And your attitude of bring it is perfect, because first of all, yes, you are perfect, because we all are, but we believe but that's awesome, our experience is not going to be without its contrast. We're just not done. So as you're growing this amazing platform and your business and you as a person, all of us, the cliche quote is new level, new devil, which I really don't like, but every level presents new, I call them growth opportunities. I don't call them problems yay, a growth opportunity. It's a chance for me to grow.
Love it.
So you're a testament to all those dots that you connected brought you to where you are right now. And you know in your heart, I want to go further. I want to go further. So and you're so humble and sweet and available to everyone, and you're so accomplished with it, but you're very grounded in that. And I'm grateful you're here. I'm grateful that you have so much support around you. And I'm grateful that we're in each other's lives, and we got to share you today with our audience. It's really been amazing.
Yeah, I'm humbled to be here. Grateful as always. Diane, let me know where you need me, when you need me, and I'm there. So
thank you, Jesse, so much. All right, we're going to put up the link again before we wrap up with Jesse. Hey, Cherry, could you put up that link again for today? It's influencersoft.com/I have today. I highly encourage you guys to go and check it out, because you're going to be blown away like I was. I was like, yeah, pick me up off the floor. Like, what? It was so good. And then let's also put up the links so people can follow Jesse. Also, I think we got those links ready to go. Yeah. Influencersoft.com, which we gave you already, or Influencersoft, and Jesse Doubek are his social media handles.
Yeah, I'm on most social media, not all, but you can find me pretty much anywhere, and just friend me up or follow, whatever. And I'm here to support. So absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here, Jesse. And I know I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to you later this week. So
all right. Yeah. All right. Can't wait to meet up with you, Diane. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Have a beautiful today. Bye.
Yeah, thank you.
So great. Such a great guy. Truly. I'm so honored to do what I do. I got to tell you that sometimes I got to do this. I got to pinch myself that I get to do what I do. And it's surrounding myself with people like Jesse, like he just said. Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are they uplifting you? Are they mission driven? Do they have beyond big dreams and goals? What is the environment you're surrounding yourself with? Be cognizant of that. So if you're enjoying the show, make sure that you mark your calendar to come here every week. We're not done. We're going to do 2 quick things before we go. Make sure you stay till the end, because I'm going to do a mantra meditation. That's how I end this show every week, so that you leave feeling better at the end of the show than you did at the beginning. And what I do is I incorporate everything that our guest, Jesse, shared with us today and integrate that with everything that we represent here at I Have Today. And so, all right. So what we're going to do next is we are going to do the word of the week. We haven't done this in a couple of weeks. And so what I do for you is I give you a word that I encourage and invite you to remove from your vocabulary, and I give you the replacement word for it, because we call them the ABCs, and not just because they're words with letters. ABC stands for awareness begets change. When you're aware of the way you're communicating and using your language and how responsible that is for attracting everything in your life, you start to have that awareness. You become a whole lot more discerning on the language that you use. But it's hard to just not say a word. You got to have the replacement word. You got to have the new filler in there. All right. So our word this week that I want you to remove from your vocabulary is the word problems. Problems. Can you imagine not saying problems? Can you imagine what that would be like in your life? Like Diane, what I just did with Jesse a minute ago is I didn't say, problems. I called them growth opportunities, right? Oh, like, yay, something else is going on. All right, here's a new growth opportunity. It's perspective and perception. So what if you just thought, I don't have any problems. I don't have that in my life anymore. I'm going to choose not to focus on it because, by the way, that is a man-made word, right? And it's the meaning that we give it. So instead of having problems, thinking that things are wrong, what I want you to replace that with is prosper. What if you looked at those quote unquote potential problems as an opportunity for you to prosper instead? I'm going to prosper. That's a growth opportunity that I am now going to prosper from. I'm going to take the lessons along the way. I'm going to be smarter, wiser, more confident, more intelligent. Whatever it is, those things disappear. You get to prosper in it. And that could be financially as well. The higher elevation and vibration that you have, and if your energy is focusing on prospering, not problems, more is going to fall into your life. It's just get attracted into your life. It's just going to happen. It's really, really powerful. So no more problems. Replace problems with prosper instead. Okay. All right. We have about 3 minutes left. So I'm going to do this mantra meditation fast because I don't want to leave without doing it. But we normally do our deep, deep, deep breaths. We're not going to have time for that today. What I want you to do is, if you're driving, obviously just listen. You can breathe with us, but you can't close your eyes. So what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in for the count of 4 and pull that all the way down to like your tailbone. Hold it for 4 seconds and then breathe it out for 8 from your mouth, like you're blowing out birthday candles. Blow out hard. 2 breaths like that and just listen to the words. So here we go. Close your eyes, feet flat on the floor, kind of shake your shoulders loose and breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4 seconds. Now breathe it out of your mouth for 8 seconds. Your abdomen should feel like a deflated balloon. It should feel really good. All right, let's do it one more time. Breathe in for 4. Hold it for 4. And breathe out for 8. I have today to love my life. Something really good is going to happen to me today. I can feel it. Miracles big and small. I notice them all. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I have today to powerfully influence those looking for me. I know they're looking for me. I know I have value. I know I'm worthy. I know I have experience and talent and gifts. I know that others are seeking me and looking for those gifts. These are the things that come to me easily and effortlessly and naturally. I want to create this space in my life so I can share my gifts. I don't want to be in the overwhelm that, oh, it's too hard, or there's too many things, or all the excuses, or I'm not good on camera, or I don't know tech, I don't know marketing, I'm afraid, what will people think? That's just all noise and limiting beliefs. Those are perceived problems that I'm putting out there. I'm going to be brave like Jesse and take risks in life and pivot towards what I want to do. I'm going to immerse myself in it and live like a game changer, be the best I can be, and surround myself with community that lifts me up and supports me. Like Jesse does in his work, like Diane does in her work. This is who I want to be. I want to have a powerful influence on the world because I'm here to shine. I'm here to be seen. I'm here to make impact. I'm here to learn, grow, and expand. I'm here to be limited by nothing. And I'm here to take all of my gifts and talents and spread them to the world in the most impactful, big way that I can. That's easy for me. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose today to be the day, to become the influencer I was born to be. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much, Jesse Doubek, for being here today. Thank you to the audience for being here. Make sure to follow us at I Have Today with Diane Forster. We are live every week. And also follow me on social media at Diane Forster Official. I send you so much love and light. Have a beautiful today. Take care. Bye-bye.